The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the December 15th, the magical Monday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day, and let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know I am absolutely grateful for your presence here. But even more important than that, and that's this, during this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to send me an email. Send it off early. Send it to Steve at TFNN.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. Of course, if you're inside the Tiger's Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on a magical Monday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Well, we're beginning our day here with a bit of a mixed bag, mostly to the downside. Dow's off 51, 2 points for the S&P, 31 points for the NASDAQ, 111 for the Russell, 83 for the trannies, 17 to the upside for the semis, 56 to the downside for the NASDAQ composite. New York Stock Exchange is up $42. Silver is up $1.51. Gold's up $8.70. Light sweet crude back 71 cents. Man, I paid $3.31 for gas this morning. I don't remember paying that low of a price around here in quite some time. So that's a nice thing. High-grade copper is up in nickel right now. We've got the Russell 2000 equity future contract up on my screen. It will go ahead and form a TD9 count top today, so long as price closes above 25.29.40. We're at 25.41 right now. So that's all I have to say about that at this moment in time, only because we're going to go switch over and take a look at all 4 daily equity future contracts. But before we do that, let's take a quick tour on the Spot VIX Index, see where that's trading, as well as the Advanced Client Oscillator for the New York Stock Exchange. The New York Stock Exchange Advanced Client Oscillator is the bottom left. When it's in between, when it's above the zero level, which it is right now, it's been above it for really a couple of weeks out here, ever since that low that came in. Most recent low, the one back on November the 21st. We actually got back above the zero threshold level on the 24th out there. We have a negated TD9 count top. But New York Stock Exchange does have an A to B equals CD pattern, so it formed a sell the D point top on Friday. It has a daily top. What price should do in the New York Stock Exchange is pull back to 21,874. As long as the advanced client oscillator, that's the difference between the 19 to 39 period exponential moving average of its advanced decline line. That's a mouthful. As long as it remains above the zero threshold level, it says that buyers are the ones in control. Could have fooled me. If we take a look at the Spot VIX Index, it remains below its 50-day exponential moving average. The 50-day is at 1781. We're trading right now at 1664. So these two indicators give buyers an edge. What does that mean? That means on moves lower, expect this to be a choppy market out there. That's exactly what we've seen so far this morning. Let's move from here. Let's go take a look at the daily equity future contracts, see what we can glean from them. We'll start with the ES Mini momentarily. Get that up on our screen. System is a little bit slower than normal. So here are the daily equity future contracts. ES Mini upper left-hand side has got a TD9 count top. That TD9 count top takes us all the way back into the time period of when they completed that pattern, October the 29th. Price right now is just consolidating with inside its daily profile. It has found support, and support is right now at 68.82. If we close below 68.82, it will open up the door for a move towards its breakout level. That would be down at 66.84. The NQ has a TD9 count top. It is testing profile support. That profile support level is the top of its profile. And that's at the price point of 25,437. If price closes below 25,437, that would open up the door for a move to its buy zone. The buy zone is between 24,520 and 24,887, with 24,616 being another support area. On the daily equity contract for the Dow, no topping pattern. Bearish reversal candle would go a long way. Price still may pull back, and it may pull back to its oscillator and change line. So that level of support is 48,494. And finally, the Russell 2000, which we've covered, if it closes above the close of bar number 5, it'll have a TD9 count pattern. Price is trading right now inside its buy zone. That buy zone of its profile, that ranges from 25.26. Heck, that can't be right. What the heck is going on here? Oh, there's a new profile, 25.53. Okay, so there's a brand new profile it's trying to form. So resistance, now we won't have confirmation on this until this evening, but right now, resistance up at 26.0460, and support is at 25.5360, 25.5360. And price were to close below that, that would signal potential for lower price. Now, we've been lower in the NQ for 2 consecutive sessions. Today would be number 3. This would be just session number 2 for the ES, the YM, and the Russell 2000. Normally, in bull markets, we would see 2 to 4 knee-jerk reaction, 2 to 4 bars move lower to generate a knee-jerk reaction low out there. That's what's going on with the daily equity future contracts. Let's move from these. Let's go take a look at what's going on intraday. From an intra-session standpoint, if we're trying to understand why did price stop where it did this morning, I'm trying to understand that. And what I can find here is that if we look at the 5-hour, if we look at the 4-hour oscillator and change line, we can see that those are the levels that have held as resistance. So if somebody's looking to go short the ES Mini, the best spot would be the oscillator and change line for the 4 and 5 hour chart. If you're not familiar with that tool, you can be. Just subscribe to Mastering Probability. You can do it for 29 days. Costs you nothing. Gets you a whole lot out there. So that's the oscillator and change line. Let's call right now about 69.26 on the 5 hour, about 69.19 on the 4 hour time frame chart. Why did price stop where it did to the downside? Next question out there. Excellent question, by the way. I would have to say it's because of the support of its TD9 count breakout level for its 5 hour time frame chart. That is at 68.76. It was also the buy zone of the 4 hour chart of its profile, though. It was the bottom of its 2 hour profile support level. But I still go with the 68.7650 for the ES Mini. You'll see as we go ahead and we put up this on our screen out here, the NQ charts, we don't have the same set of signals. In other words, we don't have a 5 hour TD9 count breakout level that price is pulled back to. We're well above that level out there. Where has price found support? Why did price stop where it did today? Let's wait for these charts to populate. Let's see if we can identify a very key level of resistance. Turns out it is the 4 and 5 hour oscillator and change line. I believe it is. Let's let these charts here populate. Yep. It is. Now, in the case of the, those are printed out at about 25.619 on the 4 hour, 25.689 on the 5 hour. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We got the charts up for the NQ on my screen here. Again, we've rolled over into the March 2026 contract. Out here, I've got a question from Mr. Bill about trying to put together some A to B equals C patterns for the shorter term time frame. So the one shorter term time frame that does have an A to B equals CD pattern that has been triggered is the 30-minute time frame chart. So let's open that up. So this one's pretty easy to see. So the A to B point out here, Mr. Bill, we're going to start with the high from 1,700 hours. It looks like that was December the 11th. That's going to be our A point. The B point down here is going to be the low. Looks like 1,200 hours. That was on December the 12th. That's our A to B. It does a retracement. As far as retracements are concerned, if we go from A to B, it does about a 38% retracement out there for the C point. So now we're just simply going to copy and paste. Here's our copy tool. Here's our paste tool. Here's our position tool, our assemble tool. Let's assemble this. And so the 30-minute time frame chart, Mr. Bill, for the NQ has triggered an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. They'll remain in effect unless price closes above the C point. The C point out here is at, let me just make sure, 25,668. 25,668. So that's what's in place. It has an initial price target of about 24,931 out there. So that's your A to B equals CD pattern. That is for the 30-minute time frame chart. Let's multiply that times 10 and go to the 5-hour time frame chart. The 5-hour time frame chart has not triggered an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. In order for that to accomplish, price must close below the swing low from 2 o'clock in the afternoon on December the 12th. That level is at 25,371.50. That's been tested but has not been rejected. That's the only potential 5-hour A to B equals CD pattern that I see. So you've got to close below, again, that low at 2 o'clock in the afternoon back on December 12th, 25,371.50. So I know it's not there on the 5-hour. It's not there on the 4-hour. It's not there on the 2-hour. Oh, let's just confirm that one with regard to the 2-hour, by the way. The 2-hour chart here completes at 12 noon. It has triggered a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. If this were to be a bullish reversal candle at 12 noon, don't know whether it will or it won't, that would be a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom with price inside its profile, likely targeting the 25,992 level, 592 level out there, the top of the 2-hour profile out there. And what else can I share with you here? The 60-minute time frame chart, Mr. Bill, would form a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom at 12 noon if we have a bullish reversal candle. Right now, it is a bull sash candle out there, so that's got some possibility to it. The 4-hour time frame chart is just may have found support at its buy zone out there. The same with the 5-hour time frame chart. So I don't know if that's exactly what you were asking for. If you'd let me know, that would be great. But those are the A to B equals CD patterns that I see inside the NQ. I hope that makes sense. And if not, you let me know, and we'll figure out a way to have it make sense. Let's go take a look at Procter & Gamble. This is coming in from John in Milwaukee. And his question is it shortable? So let's get PG up on our screen out here. See what it is doing. Let's start with the monthly time frame chart. The monthly time frame chart is trading with inside its profile and has made its way back to the center of the profile. The center of a profile is where bulls and bears believe price is fairly valued with inside that profile. Well, the profile has support at 126.45, resistance 152.08, pretty much in the center. So you are at a level where there is some support. Just something to consider. The monthly chart's got several different A to B equals CD patterns to the downside. The one coming off of the high on March the 14th down to the low on April the 25th. That's a small A to B equals CD pattern. Nonetheless, it is present. And we had a bullish hammer candle that formed last week. That says that that smaller, which is probably about a 1 to 2 A to B equals CD pattern, has a buy signal. So that would say no to the short side. Now, there's a larger A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. It's B point, which was from the day of August 1st, had volume of 47 million shares. It was basically passed with 42, 42, 48, 38. So we'll call it a confirmed A to B equals CD pattern to the downside out there. However, the smaller one is also in effect. So not unless you get a close below that hammer low, Friday's low, 138.14, will the larger one come into play. Perhaps what's just going to take place out here is a short term counter trend move. Won't know the answer to that until we see how price deals with its oscillator and change line. This may just be a 2 to 3 day rally out there, John. So at least you got day one, and it's enough of a reason to say, no, don't take the short just yet. Look for resistance. So the weekly time frame, about 145.99, 98, somewhere right around there. The daily chart. The daily chart does not have the daily chart does not have a bottom signal. What it has is price trading with inside its bullish structured profile. When you trade inside a bullish structured profile, John, if you trade above, close above the center of that profile, which at 140.17, in this case here is both above the center of the profile and its red oscillator and change line, its increased odds are that it's going to move up to 146.26, the top of that daily profile. Now, for John, let's open up the daily chart out here. How have profile resistance levels held? Well, when was the last time we closed above the top of a daily profile? You did it for a few seconds, maybe a few minutes on September 17th, maybe a few more minutes on September the 5th. But it wasn't really until we got back here to the August time frame. So that's an area, if you want to go short, I would say that would be an area for you to consider, is around 146.26 out there. So I do hope that helps you out on that review of Procter & Gamble. And thanks so much for taking the time to write in. Tom G writes in, he'd like to take a look at his two favorite instruments. The first one being NVIDIA. Let's pull up the charts for NVIDIA. NVDA is a ticker symbol. And NVIDIA is printing as a consolidated with inside its daily, its weekly, its monthly profiles out there. And therein lies your maybe frustration, because all we've really got inside of NVIDIA right now is pretty much a two-way market. That two-way says you've got support down at the bottom of its profile, 174.84. The low of this morning so far is 175.03, pretty close. Resistance. One of three areas to look at. 180.78-ish, the red oscillator and change line. Above that, 182.78, and then above that, 190.71 out there. What I can share with you so far is support is held, the bottom of that profile. The bottom of the profile is held, now you're running up to resistance. It's not enough for a trade out there, but just to let you know where price is headed to. Weekly time frame chart, no bottoming pattern. Maybe price wants to pull back to its profile at 167.23. The monthly time frame chart has a Rhodes momentum indicator top. It's trying to remain its bullish ways. By doing that, it's trying to remain above its green oscillator and change line. The green oscillator and change line for the monthly time frame 179.02. We're at 178.37. It doesn't matter where we're at on the 15th. It matters at where we are at on December 31st out there. So that's what's going on with regard to NVIDIA. My best guess, educated guess, Tom, is price wants to rally to 180.78. If it can take that out, 182.78 out there is where it likely wants to head to. We come back from this break, we're going to look at Tom's second favorite stock. That's RGTI. Fletch wants to take a look at MTN and Mr. Bill MSOS. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. We've pulled up the charts here for RGTI. And the question here from Tom is, how low can this go? So right now on a daily time frame, we've got prices taken on profile support, which really hasn't held. Profile support levels at 2450. We can see that prices broken through here for a couple of different times. So the real support level on a daily time frame, Tom, is going to be that bullish hammer candle that formed on November 21st. If price were to close below 21 bucks even, Steven, we likely head lower out there. Better defined support, though, is on the weekly time frame. And the weekly time frame tested that level on November 21st. That was the bottom of its profile. It was basically tested 3 weeks ago, too. December 5th, it got down to 2340, 2321 is the bottom of that profile. So that's a level we are trading below last week's low. I would say that price is headed to 2321. If price were to close below that, then the next level of support, Tom, would come from the monthly time frame, and it would be the top of its profile, which is at $21.42. So those are the levels that I would be watching at this stage here. Everything is pointing to a further move lower. So 2321 is that first target for you to be paying attention to. So I do hope that that helps you out. Fletch writes in, wants to take a look at MTN. So let's pull that up on our screen out here. We've got MTN trading out right now. And it's going to go ahead and form a TD9 count topping pattern today. Fletch, that TD9 count top today, we can see the oscillator and change line also just changed from red to green. That means that the price oscillator, the difference between the 19 and 39 period exponential moving average, just got to the zero threshold level. Bar number 9 is going to take place at its TD9 count breakdown area at 163.19. I would say more likely than not what will unfold here, Fletch, is a move back towards 146.91. That is the daily oscillator and change line. The top of the daily profile, 143.06. The weekly time frame chart shows a consolidation with inside its weekly profile, 164.32 resistance, 150.33 support. And the monthly time frame trading between its profile levels, 143.77 as support, 178.57 as resistance. So Mountain, not that it's necessarily Mountain, but MTN, likely to go ahead and pull back towards the 146.91. Now, if it gets back to that daily green oscillator and change line, tests and rejects it, that becomes the buy area out there. And from there, it should head higher. So, Fletch, I hope that helps you out. As always, thank you for your request. Mr. Bill is interested in MSOS out here. So let's pull that up on our screen. MSOS, I think, is a cannabis-related stock. I believe the cannabis stocks have been trading pretty well this morning. Or, yes, on Friday, I should say. Friday, this thing gaps up to the upside, negates a TD9 count top that had formed on December 5th. So strong upward momentum move, not that you needed me to tell you that. What you needed me to answer is, why did price stop where it did? And it's really two different reasons. The first one is the weekly TD9 count top. That weekly TD9 count top has resistance at its high, which is at $6.02. Now it's a swing with 87 million shares. We moved up into it on Friday with 114 million shares. That said we should test the high. Well, the high of the day has been 608. The high of that TD9 count, that was at 602. So we've done that. We've rejected it. Volume of that TD9 count high, 87 million shares. 2 hours of trading, we've done 17 million shares. We're doing light volume. We're testing, rejecting the top of that on lighter volume. What does that mean? That means it's likely not a top. If we look at the monthly time frame chart, MSOS is trading above profile resistance at 331. Says over time wants to move to 1107. So MSOS still has to clear itself, prove itself to us. To prove itself to us from a bullish standpoint, you need to see a close above the TD9 count top, August 29th. 602 is the number. You get it close at 603. MSOS wants to head higher. So, Mr. Bill, I hope that helped you out and that made sense. Bob in Spokane wants to take a look at Dell. Very nice of Mr. and Mrs. Dell to give the gifts that they have. That's a beautiful thing. I think it was $250 for many different children out there to put in an investment account. Didn't really read through the details out there, but really nice gesture on their behalf. If we take a look at the Dell charts out here, a totally different subject matter. What are they doing? Well, they actually negated a TD9 count top about a week ago. It was on the trading session of December the 8th. And, if you would have told me, I would have said, okay, we're headed higher from here for sure, but we haven't headed higher. In fact, we pulled back. Not that there's a daily top, but we're trading below its oscillator and change line. That's at 133.36. And as long as price remains below that, it favors a move to profile support, which would be the top of the daily profile as of right now, 128.36. On a weekly time frame, Dell is trading below profile support. Its green oscillator and change line, which has acted as resistance. So this is suggesting lower price. Its lower price could get you down to $1.11. On the monthly time frame, the monthly time frame has a wave number 7 top that formed as many months ago. Well, I can tell you. Why don't I tell you? Because I will tell you that formed back in May of 2024 out there. Price is back inside its profile below its oscillator and change line. So I would say that what Dell is likely to do at a minimum, at first, is pull back and test 128.36. You get below that, you're back inside his profile. Then on a daily time frame, we're inside a monthly time frame. Well, we might be in it. No, we're not in it. We're below it on a weekly time frame, and we're inside it on the monthly time frame chart. So watch 128.36. That'll give you a signal as to what its next intention would be, and that is Dell for Bob in Spokane. We're going to go take a look at FN. This is from Mohammed. I don't know where Mohammed is. I think Mohammed is on the West Coast, if I'm not mistaken. If we take a look at the FN, it's trading out. Well, that's the S&P 500. That's not FN. Not that we can't look at the S&P 500, but when Mohammed said, Stevie, that's not what I asked for. I want what I asked for, which is ticker symbol FN, which today is forming a Rhodes momentum indicator top. That is a evening star, 3-river evening star candle formation. It is a bear separating line. It's got everything that you need, including, believe it or not, finding support. A lot of people would see a candle like that and they would just immediately hop on board that train. But those are folks that don't know where support or resistance are. And if I didn't know where support or resistance is at, I'd probably say the same thing. But we do. We're lucky enough to have those TAS market profiles. And on Friday, price stopped right at the bottom of that profile, which is 467.66. If you want to know where key support is, Mohammed, it's right there. You saw it work in live, if you will. Now, that support, it's really a buy zone, 467.66, 488.55. If price could close about 488.55, we'll be back to the top of its profile, which is 510.03. So it's got a daily top. That daily top found support. The weekly top is not been completed yet. It has a wave number 7 signal. Needs a lower high, could form this week, and that would form a Rhodes momentum indicator top. That would then suggest price might pull back to test support, which would be 457. The monthly chart will form a TD9 count, bar number 8 of a TD9 count at the end of the month. Could be a top between December and February of next year. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. In a moment, we'll get back to those charts here for FN. That is for Mohammed. We were looking at the, where was it? It was right here. We're looking at that monthly time frame chart. You can see bar number 8 is going to go ahead and form this month. It has bar number 7 as well. That needs a lower high to confirm. So you could get a TD9 count pattern between this month and the next 2 out there. Again, watch, I would say, daily support 467.66. You close below that, we're likely back at 457 and change out there. And below that, we're likely looking at the 440 level out there. So that's what I see when we take a look at FN. Let's go take a VRT. That was a second request to Mohammed's. VRT is trading out as we speak at 165.25. So what do we see here? Let's first start with the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame shows that we might be getting a 2-month pullback. Not that there's a topping pattern, because there isn't. Now, the bullish signal here is price remains above profile resistance 127.81 and its oscillator change line 154.76. So the monthly is saying, some point in time this month, that might be your buy entry into this or added position. The ideal spot right now would be about 154.75. The weekly time frame chart is suggesting that might unfold. Why? TD9 count top. Prices below the center of its profile, relatively a balanced profile out there. It's trading between the range of 139.67 at support, 195.47 at resistance. Now, the daily time frame chart shows that price is below support. We close below the bottom of a hammer candle on Friday. That says if you're long, you're wrong. Just a nice rhyme out there. But no rhyme, no reason. It's still suggesting lower price out here. So the daily is saying, yeah, the weekly could pull back further. The monthly's got 154.75. The weekly's got the top. The daily's got a Rhodes momentum indicator top. It actually formed a Gartley buy pattern. It most certainly did with this Three River Evening Star candle formation. So price is testing. Yeah, it's testing. So it's testing a swing point, VRT, from its daily time frame on November 21st, 10.5 million shares. Was tested on Friday with 12 million shares. That said, we get back down and test it. We've gotten to a low of 160 even Steven. The high was going against the high at 160, 129. You had volume of 10.5 million shares that week. This week, well, daily. So far today, we're at 4.2. Yikes, that's volume. That's 12 million shares. So VRT may want to head back and retest that swing low out there. And that's the only thing that's really holding it. If you close inside that swing point, you're likely going to get back and test it. So that's the best that I've got for you, for Mohammed, on VRT. I do hope that helps you out. Greg writes in, and Greg wants to take a Mosaic. MOS is the ticker symbol. Let's pull Mosaic's charts up. Mosaic is trading out as we speak at 25.51. So this formed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom pattern. It forms that pattern back on November the 25th out there. It's been tested a few times, but we are trading above the top of its daily profile. This would be the third consecutive sessions. So you have not only a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom, you have a profile change in trend. What does that mean, Steve Areno? That means that price should go rally up towards its TD9 count breakdown level. 2070 is the number. The weekly time frame chart has a TD9 count bottom pattern that finished last week. Price is trading with inside its profile. It has a sell zone. And the sell zone is between 2550. Let me make sure that's the exact number. It is 2551, between 2551 and 2721 out there. Bottom on the daily, bottom on the weekly. No such thing on the monthly. No such thing on the monthly chart out here. So that's not helping you out. So to the upside, what you most certainly need to see out here, and it should at least be attacked, is the top of the profile. It's red oscillator change line, right around the 27.21 type level out there. If price is able to close above that, then you've got something. Then you'd like to get some traction. It can start heading towards that 29.70 level. It can heading towards 28.57. The monthly oscillator change line, the weekly TD9 count break down level of $36 out there. So nice daily and weekly bottom out there. Now it needs to really prove itself to you. So I hope that helps you out. That was for Greg. Greg was also interested in BBD. Let's go see what BBD is doing out here. BBD trading out at the price point of $3.51. So what do we have out here? Let's start with the monthly time frame. This will complete a TD9 count topping pattern at the end of the month. What should unfold is price should pull back to test its oscillator and change line. That print is at $2.80. The weekly time frame, a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Price trading with inside its profile. Oh, I take that back. Price trading above the top of its profile, 348. Watch that number. If we get back inside there, you could see price move all the way back to its buy zone between 311 and 319. That's not the current message. The current message still is a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, but somewhat neutralized because price is above profile resistance, but below its oscillator and change line. If it were to get above its oscillator and change line, stay above its oscillator and change line, then it would be more of a neutral signal. The daily time frame has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top out there. I don't have a bottom pattern. Price is testing the bottom of that profile, 352. This may be the extent of its move out here, Greg. This could be the beginning of a C point of an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. Could be. Doesn't have to be out there. That's what we see when we take like a ticker symbol, BBD. Greg, hope that helps you out. Thanks for your request. Someone wrote in. I didn't write down the name. My apology. I think it might have been S&P was to take a look at GLXY. Let's go look at the galaxies out here. GLXY trading below profile support on a daily time frame. That's at 24.97. Trading below profile support on a weekly time frame. That's at 27.98. The monthly does not have that. So bad news for the daily. Bad news for the weekly chart. Where is price headed to? I would have to say it's headed towards its daily swing point. That's back on November the 21st. The top of that swing point is 23.85. Volume there, 13 million shares. So far, we're back with 5.2 million shares. So you got about a 15 million share day. Looks to me like that's where it wants to head to. That is on ticker symbol GLXY. And again, my apology, I didn't write down who wanted to take a look at that. I do know that the captain wants to take a look at Snowflake. SNOW is the ticker symbol. And if we take a look at Snowflake, It's got a beautiful TD9 count bottom that is likely to go ahead and form between today and Wednesday out there. It still needs tomorrow's bar number 9. And that says that Snowflake tomorrow must close below the close of 216.55. If it does not close below 216.55, you will not have a TD9 count pattern. Today, it appears that it is negating a by the D point bottom. Let's go ahead and draw in the A to B point out here. Let's not do any cut, paste, and assembly. Let's just do the assembly. Go to the highest high that forms after that. That becomes your C point. And what we can see here is, yes, most certainly, that may negate a by the D point bottom pattern today. But it's got a TD9 count bottom that's trying to take its place. The weekly wants lower price. The monthly wants to move back towards 208.95. I hope that helps you out, Captain. Let's go take an LEU as soon as we get back from this break.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
All right, Captain, you're looking for a long trade here in LEU. LEU formed a buy the D point bottom pattern when it formed a hammer candle back on November 21st out there. And prices tested that swing point. That swing point had volume of 1.1 million shares, 1.16. Today we are at 468. It says we're pulling back in that swing point with volume. If it closes inside that swing point, the swing point's high is 243.65. It increases the odds that you go test the bottom. Now, a test and rejection of that low on lighter volume, that could be your buy point out there. If price tests that level with volume, close below it, doesn't matter with or without volume, price would target 191.68. So the daily says, yep, I've got a buy point, but now price is pushing back and testing with volume. You got to sit on your hands and continue to watch and see how this continues to trade. LEU on a weekly time frame, no topping pattern, just consolidating with inside its profile. The monthly time frame, I've got to say, really the same kind of a thing out here. Maybe if I pull back, I'll find a sell the deep point top. But support for it is going to be down at about the 215.34 level. That's what we see with regard to LEU. So be patient out there. You may be getting close to a bottom. The last one is to take a look at PLTR. So let's put a Planet Palantir up here on my screen. Should be able to populate in time. This is for Duncan Stevens side of the Tiger's Den. And we got Palantir right now trading out at 183.81. And if I look at the weekly time frame, it's just trading with inside its profile, attacking a sell zone between 185.72, 190.31. Daily time frame has a TD9 count top. Price trading with inside its profile. Support at 175.30. The sell zone 181.77. Basically, where it's trading right now, or the exact number is going to be 186.08 out there. The weekly time frame for Palantir, consolidating with inside its weekly profile, resists up at 190.31 out there. That's what I've got for you, Steve-O. Thanks so much for joining me, folks. Have a magical Monday. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 11 a.m. sharp on Terrific Tuesday. Take care and be safe out there.